Unless you've been living under a rock in the year 2025, chances are you'll have noticed that kids around the country have gone crazy over the meme 6-7. And if you're not a member of Gen Z or Gen Alpha, you're probably scratching your head and wondering, what does it mean? If you ask a kid, they're likely to tell you, it doesn't mean anything. We just like to say it. But from a linguistic point of view, that is the wrong answer, because there is no such thing as an expression in language that doesn't mean anything. Every utterance that is said always means something. You just have to look in the right place. Because here's the thing, people often think a word has no meaning when they can't find a specific reference for the word, like a thing that it points to, or an action that it describes, or a quality that it represents. And 6-7 is none of these. It's not a thing, it's not an action, and it doesn't describe any particular property or quality. So then why do we say it has a meaning? Well, it has a meaning because it serves a particular function, and that function occurs not at the semantic level, but at the pragmatic level. Let's look at what that function is. 6-7 is what pragmaticians would call a phatic expression. This is something that is said not to convey new information, but to signal belonging to a group. It is uttered to build rapport or to maintain a social bond. So in other words, it is a bonding mechanism, a type of speech act. Imagine yourself walking down the hallway. You see a friend of yours and you shout, "What's up?" Your friend shouts back, "What's up?" and you walk past each other. Now, what does that "what's up" mean in this context? It doesn't really mean what is happening in your life, because when you say it, you're not genuinely seeking information. You say "what's up" just as an acknowledgement of the other person's presence. "What's up" in this situation is a phatic expression. It is an expression used for bonding. Let's look at some other examples. When a fan of Star Wars runs into another fan, they might be tempted to say,
"May the Force be with you,"
signaling that they are both fans of the Star Wars franchise. This greeting has nothing to do with whether the Force is with you or not. The purpose is purely social. They say it for the purpose of building rapport. When two natives of San Francisco run into each other, they might say something like, "Go Giants," or "Go Warriors." Again, the purpose is to signal in-group solidarity. Back when 6-7 hadn't been invented yet, I remember kids used to say "skibbity bop bop" when they run into each other. People will tell you that skibbity bop bop doesn't mean anything, when in fact, it's something kids say to signal group belonging. Another thing that people do with phatic expressions is called phatic play. They will deliberately lure people who are not in their group to utter the expression in the wrong context and then make fun of them. So for example, kids will do everything in their power to get a teacher to unwittingly say 6-7 and then laugh out loud. This is known as boundary play. They engage in this activity to establish who is in the group and who is not. This activity builds in-group solidarity by highlighting insider knowledge and outsider confusion. So to recap, 6-7 is a speech act that clearly serves a pragmatic function. It is a marker of in-group identity. It is uttered to strengthen social bonds and to exclude people who are outside of the group. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to like this video if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.